What's going on, family? We back. Sorry about how I look. I'm all bugged out. I'm still recovering from my little condition I found out about. We'll talk about that in later videos. Why are the biggest AI builders quietly building bunkers? Oh, now y'all want to question this. Now y'all want to question why you got doomsday bunkers out here. Why you got, feel me? Don't wait till the rich people start doing it. You feel me? A lot of people be on that prepping stuff, man. They look at people like conspiracy theories and want to call people crazy. Little do you know, the rich people are doing it. The billionaires are doing it. So let's see what they talking about, fam. Let's see.
What got you into the prepping?
We sound like crazy tinfoil hat wearing. I think AI robots could be a real thing.
You think AI robots could be a real
So.
thing?
I mean, this AI thing is moving so quickly that if it hits the fan, I can just live out here completely unplugged.
Well, it's interesting that all the people building AI are also building bunkers, like Mark Zuckerberg that put a huge fucking bunker in Hawaii. I asked because I was just curious if you move back there for familiarity, you know, and did you wanted your family to experience what you had, or if you were strictly there for the zombie apocalypse.
No, it was in the beginning. It was this. I guess I bought this place 16, 17 years ago, and in the beginning, it was just because I just wanted to get away. I just wanted something really remote, really private. I was, not trying to escape Hollywood. I just wanted something different that I could get away to if I needed to. And then it became something as the world got a little bit scarier. I was like, you know what? I'm really glad I bought this. And in fact, I'm going to buy the property next door too. So then I had 55 acres out there, and I was like these two little cabins. And I really started thinking more about like, okay, how could I live out here so that if shit hits the fan, I can just live out here without, completely unplugged. So then I started taking steps to do that, which was, solar, which I never use. We ended up bringing electricity in, but everything runs off of propane, and, if we could fish, I could hunt, I could literally, we got 3 wells out there. So I got plenty of water and enough food if I need it. And then, all the other stuff you need.
Dude, I love prepping. So I want to hang out on this topic as long as possible.
I could talk about it all day.
All right. Where did you start? So you got a small hunk cabin out in the middle of the woods, right?
So I bought, I bought 12 acres, half a parcel, nothing on it, from this old guy named Cody, Craig Cody, Kotte. And then he passed away shortly after that. And he had a little hunting shack in the woods on the parcel, the half parcel next to where I just bought. No electricity, no water, outhouse. He had these little copper wires running through there that he would turn on these little lanterns, these little oil lanterns. That's how he lived out there. So then I had a little structure for the first time. So I had 26 acres and a little cabin that I never set because it was just so rat infested or mouse infested. I was like, it's too much. I'd leave there with a sore throat every time I'd spend the night. I was like, I'm going to clean this place up before I decide to like really start staying out here. So we'd go out, we'd camp a couple days, and then we'd just start fixing it up. And then the other property next door, that went up for sale, another 26 acres with another little cabin that had electricity but no water. So we dug another well. So I had a well, and I brought electricity up to the top one, and then I have this little one on the water with electricity but no, built a well there. So now I have these 2 little cabins, but they're both little. We've redone them now, and they're nice little guest cabins, but I still didn't have, and so during COVID, we spent all of our time out there. I mean, we had to wash dishes in the lake, shower in the lake. It was like
oh shit, you were legitimately roughing
it. Like homesteading for the first 10 years. But I loved it.
That's
because
awesome.
I was constantly, it was pickaxes and it was shovels and it was clearing little spaces. I remember I found this little area down by the water that was all sand, but it had all these dead logs and all the kind of overgrown. And I just knew that if I could clear this off, we'd have like this beautiful little beach. And sure enough, that became Axel Beach. My oldest son, I named it after him. And that's where the kids just run wild now. It's all cleared up and it's beautiful now, but it was, a lot of just. And then I got a tractor and I got a skid steer, and then it got to go we started moving, because then you can pop stumps and rocks and clear things much quicker. But for the first 10 years, it was literally like homesteading, and I loved it because I'd leave LA, I'd go out there and I'd spend 2 weeks and just work.
It's crazy how we look at society looks at people that prep like they're crazy and like conspiracy theories. Because if you think about it, guys, with all the crazy stuff going on, how could you look at people like that as crazy when they're just trying to stay prepared? I mean, if we sit back and we look around, it's chaos everywhere. But then we see somebody prepping. They got a bunch of guns. They got, doing everything the legal way, prepping. They got Jeeps. They got all types of stuff. They're working on wells, working on their own water supplies, all types of how they're going to live off the land if anything happens. That's genius. And look how us today respond to that. We call them crazy. And then if a nuke hits, God forbid, they're going to be on top. And we're going to be looking around like, it's the world we live in, y'all. Let's continue.
On whatever my little project was. And over the years now, it's become like a really cool little spot that we just, my family loves it. My parents, my sisters, my wife's family, they all come out. We just like make the most memories out there. It's amazing.
That's awesome, man. What what are you worried about when it comes? What got you into the prepping? What was the last straw?
Well,
that you were like,
I think it's I've always had this, I don't know, recurring, not nightmare, it's more of like a daymare about I read this book by Wesley Rawls called Patriots, a guide to surviving the coming collapse, and it was based on the 2008 market crash, and things almost got sideways in Los Angeles and all over the country. I don't know if you remember, the banks and everything were freezing, and it was like a whole thing. But then the government bailed them out, and they sort of eased everybody's stress. This book plays it out as if it just kept going. And there are these certain cells around the country that had a plan that if things went sideways, we get on our walkies and we all sort of send a message and we all go to our spot. And it was in Idaho, and it was like this camp where they would have, it was like a little mini militia almost, where they, everybody had a certain skill sets. Some were medical, some were weaponry, some were construction, some were farming, communications. They all contributed, and if you didn't contribute, you were out. So it was like this little mini sort of militia of people that came with a certain set of skills that helped sort of fend off anybody that came. So that was kind of the beginning of it for me. I was like, I need to build something that if things do go sideways, I got to have a plan to get to Los Angeles, and I got to have a plan to get from Los Angeles to here. And once I'm here, we'll be able to figure it out because I'll have what I need. So that was kind of the beginning of it. And now
what was your plan to get out of LA?
I got a motorcycle. Now I got kids, so I don't know what I would do. I still got to. I got a little dirt bike. But now I got a wife and I got 3 kids, so the plan is shifting. It's in development still, but
And although I do respect the prepping, you know, even I don't even think preppers are ready for even the best of preppers. I mean, I didn't see there was a show on the History Channel called Doomsday Preppers. I'm sure some of you probably heard of it, where they had people that would prep and I mean, these were the real deal guys. Like I'm talking, they get their family together. All of them have their weapons and they train. They do drills in the woods. They got makeshift castles. They got trap doors. You got guys out here that are really prepping, like dedicate their life to prepping. But the amount of chaos that would be unleashed in a time for you to have to use that, I don't think none of us are ready for that, family. Like your average doomsday bunker from your regular civilian that I see would probably last about, out of the best ones I've seen, might last about the best one I've seen, probably about a month. Probably about a month. Guys, I'm talking like hordes of barbaric people. Guys, this is worse than a zombie apocalypse I'm talking about. You would have an easier chance against a hordes of zombies than against hordes of barbaric people that are just out here because shit hit the fan, or you feel me. Keep that in mind, family. So I don't know. Let's continue.
I had a whole thing where, okay, if I have to, I'll get a boat in the marina. I'll take that up the coast, and I'll have a truck in a parking garage, and all. Dude, I go crazy with this stuff.
Damn, dude.
Because when things lock down in Los Angeles, and anything will set that off. I mean, those freeways lock up, and there's no getting out.
Yeah.
So I needed a way to get out of there, like through the hills, down to the water, up, and then get out. See, if I was a little bit tougher, Shawn, I could have been a Navy SEAL, but I'm just not made of the same stuff you are. I have the same mindset, just not the same toughness. But that was kind of, I mean, I really go deep with it. I really think about, okay, how do we do that? How do we get out of here? And that was the biggest, and it still is one of the biggest things. If we're there and we get stuck, how do we get out?
Have you looked at dual citizenship?
What do you mean? Like,
are you that far down the rabbit hole yet?
What do you mean?
And real quick, family, this is just in case of barbaric, shit hit the fan scenario. You feel me? Maybe zombie apocalypse. Probably. We're not even at the AI robots. We're talking about a type of Terminator type stuff. You kiss goodbye. Whatever you got, you better just have big guns. Because any type of shelters or anything, I'm telling you right now, AI is going through it like paper. They're gonna cut through wall like, man. Oh, let's continue. That's a whole nother conversation. We'll go over to the conversation where we talk about that.
I mean, like Canada?
Canada. The top 5 places, I think, are Ireland. If you have Irish roots, you can get it immediately.
Yeah.
Portugal, but you got to learn Portuguese. Italy was on there.
The secret to my success? My Riverside AI Sidekick Army. They let me record my podcast.
Canada was on there. What else was on there? Paraguay was on there.
Really?
Yeah. Which was I've always said, if I got to get the hell out of Dodge, I'm going to Paraguay.
Why?
It's too far south for the cartels to be running drugs up. There's no ocean, which means nobody wants to vacation there. There's nothing there but farming and fucking cows.
Really?
Yep. And nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
So that was always my spot. So when I
have you taken any measures to do that or
not yet? I'm like in process.
But do you think you'd have to leave the country to do all this? Like,
I don't know.
What are
it's
your
just,
fears
it's just
about
a peace of mind. I'm not going to abandon the fucking country anyways. I mean, I'm going to fight for it. But but other people have to fight for it too. And if nobody's fighting for it, then one guy fighting for it isn't going to do a damn thing.
I think there are plenty of people that fight for it though.
You think so?
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I think it's all talk.
I don't know.
Which is why I'm looking at dual citizenship.
So, I haven't gone that far down the rabbit hole, but so what are your fears about? I mean, I know we sound like crazy, tinfoil hat wearing.
What do
idiots, but I mean, I think AI robots could be a real thing.
You think AI robots could be a real
so.
thing?
I mean, this AI thing is moving so quickly that I don't know if we can ever. If we got to wrap our arms around this thing, or it's gonna.
Well, it's interesting that all the people building AI are also building bunkers, like Mark Zuckerberg that put a huge fucking bunker in Hawaii. No matter where you're watching the Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this at all, anything, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Shout out to Shawn Ryan, man, for just raising awareness and having this conversation. This conversation has to be had. You guys want to see more of Shawn Ryan of the full interview? Y'all see it right over there in the screen. Do your thing. Yeah, that was a deep one, y'all. Let me get y'all take on it. Get at me in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Would you do you feel like you should start prepping now? All the chaos going on, or is it just like, nah? No, get at me. Let me know. As far as me, we're gonna keep going, man. We still on the front line, holding strong, and we're doing what it do, man. Until next time. Salute.